Hi! Story time from when I worked in a haunted theatre. No joke. So, I used to work for a company. It was like a travelling, mobile cleaning company. And one of them was in a theatre. It was a lovely theatre, and the staff were really nice. We didn't often see them, but when we did, they was always really friendly. But me and my co-worker mentioned on a few occasions, like, is it haunted, to different staff just to see if they were playing with us. But no, every single one said, yeah, it's haunted. And they even had like a pet name for the ghost. I don't know if there was multiple, I don't know if there was just one, called Jane. I think they meant as in Jane Doe, because they didn't know. But after finding out there legitimately was a ghost, me and my co-worker used to, when we'd open up the theatre and put our kit in, we go, morning Jane, it's just us, we're here to make the building nice, don't attack us. Because some things were scary, some things were funny, and some things just freaked us out. And sometimes I had to clean alone, and I ended up in that theatre alone on a lot of occasions, including my birthday. I had to clean a haunted theatre on my birthday, and luckily Jane was feeling generous that day and only freaked me out a little bit. So yeah, small mercies. Anyway, it is funny, but it isn't at the same time. It's freaky at the time, but after we laughed. So we go in, and we'd not cleaned the theatre for a while. I think it was like not the theatre season, and they'd commissioned us for like a pretty big clean. So I think we was there for like 3.5 hours. So they wanted the whole place properly cleaning, top to bottom. Okay. So we start off in the creepiest part, because we're thinking, let's just get the creepiest bit done and then it's out the way. But the whole thing's pretty creepy. This specific part is like the basement area, where there's like dressing rooms and a small kitchen off to the side. So we go in these dressing rooms, and one we've never been in before because we've never been told to. So if anyone knows anything about the paranormal, you'll know what I mean when I say this freaked me and my co-worker out. So we go into this other room, and on the way in there's a mirror on the wall facing the door, which already I don't like, because doorways are doorways and mirrors are portals. But then as we go in, we see a really long, those long vanity mirrors with all the like pretty light bulbs around the edges. We see one of them on the other side, and as we look, we notice these mirrors are facing each other. So it's just like you just basically inviting in creepy spirits. It's like it's a portal basically. So like, okay, let's just get this done as quick as possible. So I'm in one part of the dressing room, and directly next to it there's like a tiny little, it's like a cloakroom, but it's a toilet for the cast to go to the loo if they need it. It's literally just a tiny room with a toilet. She goes in there, starts on the toilet. I go in the dressing room, start wiping down the counters, hoovering, all that. And it was empty because they knew they was having a full deep clean. So they'd empty all the rooms, ready for us to just clean. Oh, so then I look up, and it isn't the light, because it's not where the lights are positioned. And there is no outfits, no costumes, no nothing in this room. And I look up, and I see like a flash of white, like right in front of me. But it's not like an orb. It's like the shape of a white dress, and it freaks me out. And I think, no, be rational. Just look around quick. Is there any costume jewellery? Is there any costumes left out anywhere? No, there is not. There is not. So I think, no, I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing. Nothing happened. I carry on again. It happens again. So I call to my co-worker. I go, Jade. And she's like, what's up? I'm like, are you feeling as freaked out as me? And she's like, yeah, a little bit. And she's like, why, something happened? And I'm like, I'll tell you later. I'm not telling you down here. So we get on with that bit as quick as possible. That's the creepiest thing that happens down in this specific area. Although, actually, when we're on our way back out through the kitchen-y bit, we do hear some banging of pipes. And this isn't pipes like turning on and off. Like, when a building's heating up, especially an old one. No, the heating was already on when we came in, because we checked the radiators to check these things. The building was already nice and warm. It was fine. It was not the pipes. Also, it went like a rattle and it was like bang, 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 as this one was hitting the pipes in the building. So we just ignored that. Oh, also, other story. Same story, but different part. We have the great idea to think, you know what, let's bring the theatre's Hoover and our Hoover down to get everything done as fast as we can. But I'm like, okay, should we go together? Or do you want to just go and get the Hoover? Because I'm mid-Hoovering, and she's like, no, I'm going to be brave and just go by myself. Not realising that freaks me out. So she's like, let's just talk to each other. And I'm like, it's going to be some loud talking. So she's like, sing to me. So I'm freaking out, because this is after the dress incident. I'm freaking out, half crying, half singing the offspring. When I know, how do you get a job? Singing, crying. I think she's sort of laughing, but also is terrified at my cry singing. Luckily, nothing happens. I'm just terrified. I'm a sissy, in the most polite way I can put it. So yeah, we go back up the stairs to the other creepy parts of the theatre. Most of it's fine. The bar area is fine. The little room off to the side where they'd serve snacks and stuff if the theatre was open, that's fine. And then we have to go into the creepier part of the theatre, apart from the place we were just in, which is down some dark stairs. And when you go down these dark stairs, you can't turn the light on until you go down the dark stairs in the dark creepy corridor, and into the really creepy corridor where it's nice and dark, and then you turn the lights on to the main thing, and it lights everything up. So that's not freaky at all. So we're going down there, and we've been told that the toilets are on a timer. We don't know what kind of timer, because the timers wildly vary, because we've even timed it on our phones. Sometimes they'll flush on their own every 5 minutes. Sometimes it'll be every 15 minutes. Sometimes it'll be every 7 minutes. So that freaks us out, even though we're like, no, it's just the timer, even though it makes no sense. That was okay, it's just the timer, nothing's going on here. And then we're in the actual theatre part itself, you know, like the chairs and stage. And that freaks us out, because at the top there's like these stairs, and at the back there's like, you know, where there'd be like a projector in, but it's an old theatre, so it's not a projector, it's just where they control the lights and the sound and all that, like the spotlights. And usually the door's closed, but today it's not, it's just open and nice and dark and creepy. So I'm moving the bottom back bit of the theatre, and my co-worker, she's going down each stairs, and we sort of go down each row of the chairs ourselves, because we have to check under the chairs for rubbish and whatnot. Luckily, it's quite a clean theatre, so it's never too bad. We don't have to spend too long in there. Thank the goddess, because it creeps us out. So I'm moving, checking under the chairs, all that, and she just goes, Jenna, can you just come and stand here, because I can feel something watching me. And she's in the creepy corner with the door open in the dark. So I'm like, right, okay, yeah, and I just stand there. She does a bit of hoovering up there. We hurry up and get the hell out of that room. And then again, there's some more bang, bang, banging of the pipes. And again, we're like, is it just the building cooling or heating? And we're like, no, it's not rattling. And it's not like noises of people walking past. And it's like an old stone building. So even if you bumped into the building, it wouldn't sound like a banging of pipes inside the building. So we're like, it's fine, let's just get on with it. We're nearly finished. But we've got to go back down the creepy corridor to turn off the lights. And then run back down the creepy other corridor and up the stairs to get out. So I'm like, should we go in together and do it? Or shall I stand at the end of the corridor and hold the door open? Because there's some fire doors, and it sort of lets in a little bit of daylight. It's got like some strips of glass in the door. And it's not a lot, but it's enough. So I'm like, do you want me to stand and hold this door open? So when you turn the lights off, you can sort of see what you're doing. She says, yeah, we'll do that. I feel so bad. I know I'm laughing now, I'm not evil. She's fine. Obviously, we're still alive. But I did feel evil at the time. I'm going to preface this as well. So, There is, yes, usually walkie-talkies in this building when shows are on and they need to communicate instead of trying to run through a whole theatre. So yeah, there's walkie-talkies. But today, we don't see any walkie-talkies. We look in the drawers, there are no walkie-talkies. And also, even if they were in the building, they would be turned off. And they would have to be connected to the right channels for anything to come through. So, I'm prefacing this. We don't see any. None are charging, none are in the drawers, none are next to like the little cash register where these lights are. Nothing. There's nothing there on this occasion. So she's halfway down the corridor to go and turn the lights off to make everything real creepy. And we hear what I can only describe as a radio demon voice start to talk. No idea what it says. We just hear radio demon voice coming through from the other end of this corridor. It sounds like it's coming from like the far end of the corridor, and the noise is travelling towards us. So we just hear that. And I don't know what response kicks into her, but my fight, flight, freeze, fawn response goes into flight. I'm like, nah, I can't see this. I can't hit it. I can't defend myself. I'm legging it. I close the door. She's not locked in. I just closed the door, though. Run in past another door, leg it down the corridor. I'm halfway up the stairs to freedom when I'm thinking, I don't hear footsteps behind me. I don't hear anyone else behind me. I turn around. Jade is not behind me. At this point, I'm crapping my pants. And I'm like, you know, Scooby-Doo sneaking like, Jade, down the stairs. I don't hear anything, so I'm like, Jade. And then I just say, Jenna. So I'm like, thank God she's alive. So I run down and round the creepy corridors and stairs to find her in a sort of half-fallen fetal position on the floor, on outside one set of doors and in between another set of doors. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened to you? Thinking something terrible's happened to her. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought you was behind me, even though I closed the door on her because I'm a dick. Apparently, sorry. If you want to survive with me, you just have to be faster than me because I'm running, apparently. So I'm like, what happened? Did something happen to you? Like, what actually happened? I fell over and I lost my shoe. And then she looks up at the wall and she goes, I lost my eyelash and it's on the wall. Because she wears false ones. They look really good, but they're false. And I'm like, how did you do that? She's like, I don't know. I was running, my shoe fell off, I fell into the wall. And somehow, however she fell into the wall, her eyelash fell and attached itself to the wall, and she was in a crumpled mess on the floor. So I'm like, right, get your shoe on, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, get your eyelash off the wall. I'm like, we still have to turn the lights off. Like, what was that noise? And she was like, I don't know. It just sounded like a radio. I said, what did it say? And she said, I don't know. It just sounded creepy as fuck. I was like, yeah, it was. So I was like, what we're going to do about these lights? I was like, shall we go in together and turn them off? Or shall we just leave a note? Because we leave these digital notes after explaining the clean and everything's done. So shall we just leave a note and say we pretended to turn them off? Like we forgot to turn them off. Because we both don't want to go in this creepy corridor. And she's like, no, let's just go. So we just leave. And I feel really bad because we did leave the lights on. But I don't think it was long until someone else came in and turned them off. It's not like Moose Digs. And it was just certain corridors that the lights went on. So, because you can turn all the lights on or just some lights. So it weren't the whole building that was left on. So I did leave a note saying, oh, I'm sorry, I think we forgot to turn the lights off. Nah, we just legged it. Because it was terrifying. So we get out into the car. And we're half laughing, half crying. I'm like, hey, we just shitbags. She was like, yeah, but also that was really scary. So then we have to go back to the theatre on other occasions and run into the staff and we go, we know there's CCTV in this building. which corridors is it in? Because we had an experience the other day and we asked which corridors it was in, and luckily it wasn't in the creepy radio demon corridor, so they didn't see the whole my co-worker falling on the floor, me leaving her for dead, but it was another corridor, so they basically saw us crapping our pants, legging it upstairs and legging it out the building. I was like, yeah, I was pretty scared by the ghost, and was like, oh yeah, we know. In other words, like, they weren't even angry that we'd left the lights on, they were just basically, we'd clearly found it hilarious, and was laughing at us, and our terrifiedness. So I'm glad they weren't annoyed, but yeah, we seem to have provided some entertainment by our scaredy pants running away after being scared of radio demons. So yeah, if anyone else has any funny, spooky theatre stories or any creepy stories, any other stories they want to share, let me know. If not, that's fine. I have plenty of my own, plenty of paranormal things to talk to you about. If you like the video, give it a like or leave us a comment, and I hope you have a lovely day, evening, wherever you are in the world, and stay spooky. I'll speak to you soon.